Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the YouTube channel of Shared Diversity. I'm very happy today to talk about a topic that is very important in these days, and especially as you're going into the next phase of your life, which is goal setting. Goal setting is something that we speak on this channel and on the podcast a lot about. And if you haven't checked out the podcast, please go to your preferred podcast platform and search for Shared Diversity Podcast. Today we are covering 3 areas of goal setting, and it's going to be a sharp and clear and very fast video for you. But these are 3 areas which are very important for you to put into your life when you want to achieve a new goal, when you set yourself to achieving the goals you've set in the past but you didn't come about to really pursue them. And if you want to just move into a new area of work, if you want to try a new project, try new work, these are 3 things that will really help you to go through and pursue your goal. The 3 steps are: first, goals are not visions. Second, planning and organizing. And third, leadership. First, goals are not visions. We need to understand that when we talk about a person that has a vision, and when we talk about communicating the vision to the people around us, maybe to our team, maybe to the intern that we have, or the network that we have in our surroundings and the collaborations we have already made, we need to clarify what are visions and what are goals. Visions are long-term images of how you want your life to be. This could be, for example, you are living in a city and one day you want to have a farmer's house in the countryside, and you want to have your business over there situated in a big farmer's house, and you want to have, holidays for 3 months a year, and the rest of the time you work on your passion, and you have a team that you set out for yourself who are like your family, not only friends, but your family. The vision of your life is something very different than the goals you set. So the vision is overall the kind of lifestyle that you want to have. How big do you want your business to be? How do you want to pursue your life? Do you want to go for travels, to learn Quran, to really get to know different cultures, and to see how you can scale your business? That is a vision. Now, when we talk about goals, those are more quantifiable things. These could be, I want to have a 100-person team within the next 5 years, or I want to scale my business to $500,000 income a year. Now, you can set it in terms of profit, you can set it in terms of reach, you can set it in terms of your business structure, but your goals are something that is very quantifiable, and it has a time limit. That is the next thing you need to know about goals. Goals have a time limit. You need to understand that you set your goals not in a way of one day I want to be, or by the age of I want to be. No, you set your goals in the next 2 months, in the next 2 years, maybe the next 5 years, and you set yourself a really good limit, so you know exactly until this time I will achieve A, B, and C. My profits will be X, Y, and Z. My team will be 100 people, 20 people. You have goals in terms of reach online, you have goals in terms of sales, you have goals in terms of market, and these goals are very specific. Why is this important for you? This is important because when you set yourself to do something, you need to know exactly what you're doing. What we always talk about in this channel is purpose. So obviously your why is very important. Why do you want this goal to be there? And that is also a reason why you need to understand the difference between vision and goal. Vision is the long term. Goals are the small steps that will bring you to the overall vision. They inform the vision, but it's not the same thing. Goals can be set in smaller time frames, bigger time frames. It can be set in different areas of your business or your life. When we know exactly what goals are for, we know exactly how we can define them. We are people that set goals and we achieve the goals. And when we have achieved these goals, we achieve the next goals. And these small steps will bring us to our overall vision. It's the same as you learn Quran. You learn one ayah after the other. You don't say you want to learn the whole Quran. You say you want to learn juz amma, then you want to maybe go to Baqarah. And these are the things that the small steps combined bring you to your overall vision. And even the small goals combined can bring you to bigger goals, which can then form your vision. So how do you set your goals? You need to define them. How do you define them? You write down what you want. Why do you want them? What do you want? You write down the time limit. You write down what you want to achieve at that time. And what are the measures that will show you that you have achieved your goal? The second point, planning and organizing. Now, a lot of people talk about this is how you plan your day, this is the sheet that you need to organize your daily to-do lists. We don't believe in to-do lists here. We believe in small steps that will bring you to bigger steps. You set mini goals. Now we come back to the goals. Every day you set a goal that you want to, for example, make 100 sales calls, or you want to write 50 emails, or you want to create 2 products. Whatever kind of business you're in, you have small steps and small goals that you need to do daily. The overall vision obviously is to optimize your business and the things that you do, and you want to outsource the things that you do. But right now you're talking about you're doing the things that you do at the moment where you want to achieve them. Now, this sounds very difficult, but planning and organizing is really not a big deal. You need to know what works for you best. What are your habits anyways? Do you read in the mornings or in the evenings? Is that the type of input that you consume that will then inform your business decisions? At what time do you work best? Do you work best in the mornings, after Fajr, when nobody's really annoying you? Or do you work best at lunchtime? Do you work best in the evening? Some people are evening people and they feel very active and inspired and very effective when they do the things in the evenings. You need to understand what kind of parts of the day you consume and what kind of parts of the day you produce. We have another podcast on this, and this is something that we talk a lot about in this channel. The balance between consuming and producing. So creating and producing is something that you do. You write maybe your diary, you write your blog posts, maybe you do photography and you go out and shoot. And on the other hand is the consuming. You need to consume the information that will make you better in your skill. You need to look at other photographers, maybe go on photography courses. You need to learn how to write, so you need to read more. Obviously, books are important for everyone in every part of life and in every kind of business and activity. So these are the things that you need to understand in consuming. What times of the day do you consume, and what times of the day do you create? This is how you plan your day. Organizing evolves around creating habits that in small steps will lead you to the big picture. We will leave a PDF down here about the balance of creating and consuming, and you can use this sheet in the morning when you start your day to write down exactly what you want to consume, what kind of knowledge do you want to consume, and what kind of things do you want to create. And you can even write down the times. You really use this sheet every single day because it's in a PDF format. You can just download it, write it down exactly in that PDF, save it, and then after a week or after a month, you can do a weekly or monthly review of what you have achieved in creating and consuming and how your balance has been and where it has led you. The third point is leadership. Now, why are we talking about leadership in a video that is about goal setting? Good question. We're talking about leadership because no matter what we do in our daily lives, we're leading some part of our lives. And some part of our lives are led by other people. For example, if you have a person that really helps you to do your best, to always progress, who always helps you to learn more and read more and sends you links to interviews and videos and podcasts and books that you should consume, that person is leading you in knowledge. If instead another person is telling you, I think you should work less, you look very tired and, just slow down a little bit. That person might feel that he or she is not really doing a lot in her own life and that's why she wants you to do less. That person is leading you into laziness. Now, another person might tell you, you should eat a bit better here, or maybe you tell a person, I think you should go to yoga. I think you should start doing a new habit that you go to the gym, or, here are some recipes about how we can reduce the intake of fat and increase protein so you can get a bit more healthy. You are leading that person in health. Now, this leadership can be on a small scale and on a big scale. Obviously, on a big scale is something that we aim to do. We want to lead a business, we want to lead a family, we want to lead our friends to be better, and obviously ourselves. We need to understand that the leadership also happens on a small scale, and you need to lead the people around you so you can be led as well. The people that you gather in your life, they will determine how your life will be. The people that you spend most of the time with, they define how your life is. What kind of habits do you have? What kind of focus do you set? What does progress mean to you? And who gives you feedback and on what? The standards that you set on your life are reflected in the people that you spend most time with. And the people that you spend time with should be leading you in some way to a more positive version of yourself. And in return, you should lead them. We have another PDF down below about how you can lead people better in your life and how you can lead yourself. So you can write down what areas are you good at, what areas can you inspire people, what areas can you show people how to do things because you already have experience in it. And trust me, the things you give to other people, they will give back to you. So if you lead a person in their health, they will eventually lead you, for example, in terms of networking, getting to know people in your industry, or in terms of progress, they send you really interesting books, or they invite you to trainings or talks that will help you to progress in your field. Leadership is very important in all the areas of our lives. And if you haven't yet included leadership into your goal setting routine, you should do that now. Thank you so much for listening. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to this podcast, share it with all your friends, inshallah, share it with a sister that you think would benefit from this content. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, download the PDFs below, and please subscribe also to the Shared Diversity podcast to get weekly updates on topics as business, branding, and womanhood. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.